Welcome again. This is the second lesson. In, in the first lesson, we talk about installing the required tool for scripting the ransomware. In this lesson, we will study some of the Python basics that qualify you to understand how ransomware works. If you are a beginner and don't know anything about Python, here in the beginning unit, we will study all the basics required for the ransomware. These basics is Python basics. Let's see. The first lesson called comment. What comment is? Comment is a line in the code that doesn't important for the program. A line of code the program ignore it. So this print here is line of code. And also comment is line of code. If we execute, you will find that a print statement is executed and print 12 here, but the comment is ignored. When the program see any line start with hash, all the code after this line in this line are ignored or cancelled by the program and not read. Why we use comment? Comment used to explain the code. So if you are working in a very big software with multi-developer in your team, so each one do a specific job to indicate for your mate what is the purpose of your code, or to explain for him what do you do, or how do you done this code. You put a comment before this code, so when another developer read the code, he understand what this code do. Let's see how you can make a comment. First, there's two types of comment. Single line comment. Let's do hash. First, because this is the header of the lesson, we will put a 3 hash here. And put for the side topic 1 hash. Here is first 1 line comment. First type, 1 line comment. 1 line comment is any code line start with hash. So if I put hash before this print, let's see, print here is executed and print 12. If we put hash before this print and execute, you will see there is no output value. 12 doesn't print. Why? Because we tell the program that this line is common, don't read it. Let's eliminate this hash. So 1 line comment is cancel only 1 line of the code, like we did with print. The second is 2 line comment. 2 line comment, from its name, we use it to cancel more than 1 line. So if I type here print and print 13, and also print 14, and also print 15, and execute. First it print 12. Let's do hash before. Once again, the program prints 13 and 14 and 16 and 15. If we wanted to cancel these 3 lines of code, we can put a hash before each line. And also we can use multi-line comment by putting a 3 single quotation before this line and 3 single quotation after this line. You will notice that the program eliminates the red sign here. When you complete, the program will eliminate the red sign, which means your code is correct. So single line comment and execute. So multi-line comment cancel these 3 lines of code. Let's learn about the second topic of Python. The second topic in Python is variables. What variables is? Variables are containers for storing data values. Container for storing data values. For example, or first, how you can make a variable. You put any letter and equal sign and any value. What does it mean? This means that this x variable have a value equal 12. Yes? Okay. You can also make another variable, double quotation, and write in what you want. Let's do a print statement and output these variables, x and y. The program print these 2 variables. You will notice that the print statement can take more than value and it output them spaced by 1 single space. Okay. There are more type of data or more type of variable. The first type is called integer or integer value. This integer value. That means that the variable contain a number. So integer value means variable contain a number. And this y variable contain a text or a string value. String value. Which means these are string, not number. Let's see another topic. Casting. What casting mean? Casting mean you transform from data type or from variable type to another variable type. For example, we have here x contain an integer value and y contain a string value. And to ensure this, let's use function called type. This function tells us the type of the variable and put x here and execute. Here in the this print statement output, class integer, class int, mean class integer, mean that variable x is integer value. If we use this line also for y, replace this by y, it will tell you that y is a string. So casting is convert from one variable or from variable type to another type. So if we want to transform or convert x, which is integer value, and make it string value, we use casting. Let's see, print the type of what? Casting is put to cast integer and transform it to string, to cast to string type str and put the value inside the str. Let's see, there is an error. What this error is? Oh, v is not included. We not define a v. Type x, not v. Here is the program tell you that x is a string, but x is integer here. No, we transform it by casting to string value. Let's also transfer from string to integer. To transform to integer, use int and the variable inside. So y here is a string. We casting it to an integer. Let's output the result. There is also a problem. Integer y, no, y can't transform. This is useful. Y can't transform despite its string. So casting used to transform a string number, not any string, which means when the value of the string is only numbers, casting can transform it to integer. Let's see. Here is the result. The casting transform y to numbers, to integer. Let's ensure by typing a type function to get the result. You should get an in class integer. Here it is. The class is integer. Let's transform to the third topic. Variables name. How we can make or create a name for variable. Name of variable. Here's, as we saw before, the variable is called x. When you call x at any code line, it will put this 12 value. So why we used an x letter? Why we don't use 1x? Why we don't use x and multiply sign? Here the name of the variable will answer us or give us the answer for this equation. Python tells you that the variable can't start, the variable name can't start with numbers like we do here. If we put a number 2, the program will give you an error in this line, which mean, let's read this error. End statement expected. Statement, yes. Let's eliminate this. The error will cancel, will eliminate. And also Python tells you that the variable name can't start with numbers or any sign except the underscore sign. It only accepts the underscore sign. And also the variable name can be any of the included word in Python, like print, type, for, while, str, integer. Variable name can be any of these words. Python prefer you if you will call the variable by a word or multi-word like this. I will call this variable first variable and store a 10 value in this variable. The Python will accept and no error here. But it is preferred to make the first letter of each word, if the variable name is combined word, it preferred to make the first letter big. So the program can understand that those are two combined words. Let's transfer to the third. What here? What is this lesson number? To the fifth lesson. Wait a second. The first lesson is assign multi values to variable. Instead of assigning here one value to this variable, you can assign multi-values, not only one value, in the same line, which means I will create an x variable and y variable and z variable and equal sign 1, 2, 3. Here's the program accept and no error. Which means this line of code, it means that x is 1 and y is 2 and z is 3. The sequence is equal. You can also make a string multi-line, multi-values, by typing this in and m and l بيساوي equal here 3 values. Okay. You can also assign one value to multiple variable. How this? X or q equal w equal a equal 5. So each variable q and w and e equal this value 5. Let's see the result. Print q and w and e. Yours is underscore X is not defined? Did you mean underscore X? Yes, X is not defined. Is there any problem? Let's see. Oh, here what? Where is there the error? In the 11 line. Let's go to the 11 line. Here, the program tells you that X are not defined because we change it to underscore X. Okay. And also here X is not defined. And also X here is not defined. Each X will transfer into underscore X. Okay, this is error ended. Here it print 555. Why? Because we tell the program to print Q and W and A, and we assign to those three variables one value, which is 5. The next topic in this video, we will talk about, let's see, output variable. How you can output variable in this lesson, which have the title output variable. We will talk about a print function. We talked about it before, but with detail. We took that print statement used to print the data in the editor here. But also a print statement have another purpose. You can, instead of typing C equal underscore X plus Y, C here will have the value of X plus Y. Instead of typing this line, you can put directly here underscore X plus Y without creating this C variable. Let's see the result. Here is 14, which is the summation of underscore X and Y. These are the latest update for underscore X and Y. Here underscore X is equal 12, and Y, the latest update for Y is 2. So 12 plus 2 is 14. And also in print, you can put a message, or you can, here let's see, you can put a message, string message, before the result. So let's put this message, the summation of two variables. Like this, and comma. Here Python will print this message before the result of summation underscore X plus Y. Let's see. Here is the message before the summation value. And also in print, you can use something called format string. inside a print. What format string mean? Format string mean that let's write it. Comment format string. No, format string mean you can include a number inside text How we can do this? Let's see. If we has the result of x plus y, and I wanted to tell here that the summation of two variables is, and instead of printing the result of underscore x plus y, here I wanted to print the value 13 and another text after the value, or I want to tell the program the summation of two variables is 14, for example, centimeter. How can I put the result 14 between this text summation of two variables and the sign and centimeter? I use something called format. Format used to put a number inside a string, and I cut this operation and put it inside format and eliminate this, and in the place I wanted to receive this number from which will result from the summation, I put a curly brackets here. So the program, when the program read, it will print this message, and when it see format, it will take the value inside format and put it in the curly brackets. Let's see. Here 14 and centimeter. So we could put a number inside a string with format string. This format has a lot of useful jobs we will talk about later. The next lesson we will talk is a global variable. No. The next lesson, let's see. The data type. We taught before that there is two variable, integer or string, but also there are a lot of data type for variable in Python. So let's put this title, variable data type. In Python, there is about I can thought these are 5 important data type. There are 5 important data type. The first data type is integer. You put a number inside the variable. The second useful data type is string. String, you put a string with double quotation and put the letters inside the string, inside the double quotation. The third type is a double value. A double value mean a number with fraction, like this, 12 or 21.5, and some numbers here. The first type is something called list. Let's type lst. List is created by a square bracket and one variable and second variable and multivariable. So list is created by a square bracket, and it contain, or the job of list in that it contain a lot of variables under the same name, lst. These variables are separated by comma. If you wanted to get any of these values inside the list, just type the name of the list and direct square bracket, and the order of this number inside the list. Here, 554 is to order in the list. Why to order? Because a range of the order starts from there. So let's tell the program list 2 and print this value to see it in the editor. Print. Here is 554. And also there is a data type called byte, which is the important data type for us in Python. Why? Because when you encrypt a file, you need to, or the file give you the data inside as a byte, not as understood words. It gives you the data as byte when you read, because the program can't understand the word of the humanity. But the program will give you the data as a byte, and you decode these values to convert it a word understood by a human. For example, or how you can create byte first. Let's create a variable n, and byte is created by b letter, 2 single quote, and inside this is the value. Let's see the type of n, print type of n. Here is the type of n is bytes. Let's see the next. The next lesson is about integer. We speak before about integer, but we will take each data type in details, which means we will study the integer in details, and study the string in details, and study the list in details, because those variables are very important for us, and manipulating with them will be very useful dealing with ransomware. First, the Python numbers. In Python, there are 3 types of numbers: the integer and float and complex. In Python, numbers are 3: integer, int, and float and complex. In integer, we know it before. To create an integer variable, you put the number directly here. To create a float, you just put a number with a fraction. What is the difference between float and double? We studied before. Double store a small fraction like this. This we can call this double. But float, let's type float, here can contain a very long fraction. Let's talk about the next topic, which how to generate a random number in Python. Generate random number. Encrypting files like having a password for your files. No one can open this file because these are protected by password. And it is very useful that those password be a random values, because random values can't expected from the user. So the user can't decrypt this file and get back them again. So how you can generate a random number? To generate a random number, type in your editor import and random library. Import here, get a library which is stored in Python. Random is a library stored in Python, and by typing import, we are called this library to use it. And the purpose of this, that if all the libraries are already included in your program without import, the program will be very slow and heavy in the memory. So in Python, they create an import to import only the required libraries and not make the size of the program very big. To generate a random number, you use an import random, and to store this random number in variable, we do y equal. To create this random, type the name of the library, random dot rand. And we wanted to see this value in editor, so we'll print this. Here is the result. You will notice that this value, this fraction value, which is less than 1, is the random value generated from Python. But we may want a random value bigger than 1. So if you want this value bigger than 1, you will just multiply this random number in the maximum number you want. I want a number between 0 and 1000. So I will multiply this random in 1000. So Python will generate a random number here, a fraction random number, and by multiplying it by 1000, this number will be rounded from 0 to 1000. Let's see. Here is the 702. If you wanted to eliminate this fraction and get an integer number, you will just cast this float number to integer by typing int before this number. Let's see. Here is the random value and the fraction. You will notice that the fraction here is eliminated. And also, if you want this number range, not start from 0. It starts from 100 and end to 200. You want a number between 100 and 200? Let's do this. We will create an invariable and call the library random But we don't use the random method. We will use the rand range method and put here the start with the minimum value and here the maximum value. We want 100 and press enter. Already, of course, the value of n doesn't print it, so we doesn't see it in the editor. Print m to see it. Here is 149. If you run again, you will get a different values. If you run again, you will get a different values. By this,